If you're serious about fishing and you've been burned by cheap trolling motors that quit when you need them most, you're probably wondering if the Minn Kota Ulterra is the real deal or just another overhyped gadget. I get it, you want something that's reliable, easy to live with, and worth the money, not just a long list of features that sound cool but don't actually make your time on the water better. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. This isn't some basic motor you mount and forget. The Ulterra is built for anglers who want to fish smarter, not harder. The headline feature is the built-in dual-spectrum CHIRP sonar, which isn't just a fancy add-on, it's a game-changer if you're used to staring at blurry fish arches on a screen. With CHIRP, you get clearer separation between bait and game fish, which means fewer misreads when you're trying to drop a jig right on a suspended walleye. That's the kind of detail that turns a frustrating day into a productive one, especially in stained water where traditional sonar struggles. Then there's the auto stow and deploy system. If you've ever wrestled with a motor that's stuck in the water because the wind pushed it down or you forgot to trim it up, you'll appreciate how this works. It automatically stows the motor when you're not using it, which protects the prop and saves you from manual adjustments every time you move spots. That might sound small, but after a long day of fishing, it's one less thing to worry about. The power trim feature is smooth too, no jerky movements, just quiet, precise adjustments that don't scare fish. The GPS trolling system with Spot-Lock and Jog is where this motor really shines for serious anglers. If your fishing structure like weed edges, humps, or drop-offs, Spot-Lock keeps you locked on a dime without drifting. That's huge when you're trying to make multiple casts to the same spot without repositioning the boat every time. The jog function lets you nudge the boat a few feet in any direction, which is perfect for fine-tuning your position without losing your spot. I've seen anglers use this to stay on top of a school of bass when the wind was trying to push them off, something a basic motor can't do. Now, let's talk about who this is for and who should skip it. If you're a weekend angler who fishes a couple of times a month in calm conditions, you probably don't need all this tech. A simpler motor with basic GPS and sonar would work just fine, and you'd save a ton of money. But if you're out there multiple times a week, fishing in tough conditions, or competing in tournaments, the Ulterra's features start to pay off. The time and frustration it saves in positioning alone can be worth the price. That said, it's not perfect. The biggest trade-off is the learning curve. This isn't a plug-and-play motor. You'll need to spend time in the manual or watching tutorials to get the most out of the GPS and sonar settings. If you're the type who wants to mount it and go, you might find yourself frustrated at first. Also, the price tag is steep. This isn't a budget-friendly option. But if you're comparing it to other high-end motors, the value comes from the integrated sonar and GPS, which would cost extra if you bought them separately. Another thing to consider is battery life. The Ulterra is efficient, but if you're running the sonar and GPS all day, you'll still need a solid battery setup. Don't assume your old marine battery will cut it. Plan for a deep cycle battery with enough capacity to handle the load, or you'll be charging midday. So, is the Minn Kota Ulterra worth it? If you're an angler who relies on precision and technology to catch fish, yes. The integrated sonar and GPS alone make it stand out from the competition, and the auto stow and deploy system is a practical upgrade that saves time and hassle. But if you're a casual fisherman or you're not ready to invest in the learning curve, there are simpler options that will do the job without breaking the bank. At the end of the day, this motor is built for anglers who want to fish smarter, not just harder. If that's you, check out the link in the description and see if it fits your setup.